Thank you for joining us today on A Certain Sound. We are glad you're here. Psalm 3, and let's look at it. He says in verse 1, Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? 3 words out of these first 3 verses. The first word is pressure. Lord, there's a lot of people troubling me right now. That word trouble is pressure. Many are they that rise up against me. Many are they which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. All of that is pressure, mounting, growing, increasing. First you have pressure, the trouble. It makes its way and rising up against him. Now it's action. And not just that, but now they're taunting him. And they're saying, there is no help for you in God. They're bringing God into it. Then I noticed the next word is Selah. Now that's a very important word. It actually means pause. So I see that when David's under pressure, what he does is he pauses. That's what you and I should do. When we're sensing the trials and tribulations, we need to get back to the presence of God. Pause, think, meditate on his word. What did David think about? What did he pause and think about? I think what he thought about was how God helped him defeat Goliath. I think what he thought about was, this uncircumcised Philistine is going to be like the lion and the bear that tried to get my dad's sheep. I think he thought about the fact that the victories of his past give him confidence for victories in the future. I think he thought about the Israelites at the Red Sea. Whatever it is, I think he thought about how good God has been to him. And if God brought him through then, he can bring him through now. Because after all, many are saying this, there is no help for you in God. And he's pausing and he's saying, wait a minute. What do you mean there is no help for me in God? God did this, God did this, God did this. Friends, you and I need to do the same thing. And then I noticed this. He says, but thou, O Lord. So he thinks to himself, pause, Selah. Now that means Selah means pause. It means change. It's a musical term. It means there's a change coming and there's a crescendo. It's building. Things are on the change. Okay? Think about it. But thou, O Lord, that signifies change. They can say there is no help for me in God, but I've thought about that, and guess what the answer is? Oh no, thou, O Lord, art a shield for me. You're in trouble right now. Maybe the doctor has diagnosed. Maybe you're facing something that you've never faced before in your life. And the enemy is saying there is no help for you in God. But there is. And look where the help is. He says, but thou, O Lord, art a shield for me. Power. You see, David says there's power in the name of the Lord. He realizes. Where's the power? In his character. His power is found in who he is. You can't change who God is. I can't change who God is. It's because he lives in me. I have now the opportunity. I have now available to me this awesome God, this wonderful power, and he can heal, he can deliver, he can set free. I like that old song. Look what the Lord has done. He healed my body. He touched my mind. He saved me just in time. I'm going to praise his name. Friend, that's what you and I need to do. His power is still the same. What is he? He says, he is a shield for me. He is the glory of my head, and he is the lifter up of my head. I don't think you can get much better than that. What does that mean? He is the lifter up of my head. What that means is there are 3 things here, and that's something to get into and talk about, but let's just mention them right away. Number 1, it has this idea that he restores to a previous position. The word lift up of the head means that. It also means that he will declare innocent. Job says, if I'm wicked, he says, then I guess I'll have to deal with that. He says, but if I am righteous, he says, then I will not lift up my head. That means I will not declare myself innocent. God's going to do that. And then it also means victory. And David says, guess what God will do? God will reposition me. God will declare me innocent. And God will give me the victory. Praise God. I don't think you have anything to fear.
Thank you for watching A Certain Sound Daily Video Devotional. Be sure to sign up for the iTunes podcast or daily email of A Certain Sound when you visit us online at www.acertainsound.com. A Certain Sound is a ministry of Word of Truth Christian Center in Bowling Green, Ohio. On behalf of Word of Truth Christian Center, I'm Sonetta. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.